But yeah. Yeah. The only reason I'm wearing it's not cold at all. Alright, so I'll start talking around. Is this the pregame? Can you hear me now? Okay. It's the finale of a 6-game homestand at Dowling Park for the Purdue Northwest Pride. They welcome in the GLIAC defending regular season champions, the Grand Valley State Lakers, on a beautiful Tuesday afternoon here in Indiana. And with that, we welcome you to Dowling Park here on Flow College. Game 5 of this 6-game homestand for the Pride. Andrew Reamer, our producer. My name is Cal Friedman. Happy you're joining us on this Tuesday afternoon. Both programs are going off strong weekends this last weekend. Purdue Northwest took 2 out of 4 here at home against Davenport and Ferris State. They got phenomenal pitching throughout the weekend, including from right-hander Rylan Gick. She threw a 14 combined shutout innings and was named Player of the Week honorable mention in the GLIAC. Maya Stuckey also had her best weekend at the plate. She was 7 for 10 with an RBI. She was also an honorable mention. The Pride will have to face off with the reigning GLIAC Offensive Player of the Week, Elizabeth Wesolowski, who led the GLIAC with 3 home runs this last weekend for the Lakers. She'll bat third for a Grand Valley State team that took 3 out of 4 this weekend against Ferris State and Davenport and enters today on a 3-game winning streak and at the top of the conference. Purdue Northwest 10-27-1 this season. It's been a bit of an unorthodox season for Grand Valley State. They're 19-21, but have been putting things together in conference play. 10-8 in the top half of the conference, only behind Saginaw Valley State and Ferris State. We're getting ready for starting lineups and first pitch, but first we'll take a moment for the national anthem. Be right back with the opening action between the Lakers and the Pride here on Flow College. Welcome back to Dowling Park. We're getting ready for Game 1 of this doubleheader between the Grand Valley State Lakers and the Purdue Northwest Pride. It's time to introduce you to today's starting lineup. First, for the visiting Lakers, under 11th-year head coach Dana Callahan. Leading off, the right fielder Faith Edwards, hitting second, the center fielder Eliana Island. Batting third, the reigning GLIAC Offensive Player of the Week, the catcher Elizabeth Wesolowski. In the cleanup position, the DP, number 24, Grace Usher. Hitting fifth, the freshman shortstop Morgan Spicer. Hitting sixth, the first baseman Carly Dorr. The bottom three in the lineup, left fielder Madeline Pope, second baseman Mary Jane Goodman, and third baseman Carson Sigorski. A lineup that features 7 righties and 2 lefties for Grand Valley State, 10-8 in conference play this season. They'll do battle against the John A. Logan transfer in the circle for the Pride. It's the right-hander Haley Sharmett. She pitched the first time through the order against Ferris State on Sunday by plan, giving up 2 runs on 1 hit in 2 innings of work. Umpires today, David Taylor and Paul Williams, on a beautiful afternoon for softball here at Hammonds. We get underway at 1:59 on a 54-degree day, partly cloudy skies, winds gusting up to 15 miles per hour, currently blowing out to the northwest in left field. Excuse me, swing on 1-0 to even the counts. Full numbers for Sharmett this season, 2-7 with a 5.62 ERA, which has mostly held the course in GLIAC competition this season. This is her 14th appearance and 9th start in Division II. She'll do battle with the Lakers lineup that is second in the GLIAC in batting average and is tied for first in the conference with 16 triples this season. 2-1 on the outside corner. It's not typically a patient Lakers team with the bat. They are 5th in the conference in on-base percentage and 6th in walks of 8 teams. 2-2 to Faith Edwards. And right on cue, there's a full count. GVSU has won its last 3 games after losing in extras to Ferris State to start this last weekend. Payoff pitch to kickstart the afternoon. Runs inside, wears off the front leg. And a leadoff man on for Grand Valley State. Lakers lost 7-4 against their arch rivals Ferris State to kickstart that doubleheader. Bounced back, won 3-2 to split that pair. And brought their bats into Sunday's doubleheader sweep against Davenport. Eliana Island takes a first pitch strike. Grand Valley State run-ruled Davenport to kickstart the doubleheader with a 12-4 win in 5 innings, and then won 11-4 in Game 2. Island deep down the left field line, but tailing foul, and is quickly down 0-2. Island was 3 for 6 against Davenport on Sunday. One-time GLIAC All-Second Team member, junior out of Southfield, Michigan. Quickly down 0-2 against Charlotte. Got her swinging. 1, 2, and 3 for Charlotte to pick up her first punch out. Someone who has the most strikeouts of any Purdue Northwest player this season. She had 10 strikeouts against Bentley in a complete game win on March 14th. Now up to 34 Ks this season, and now deals with Elizabeth Wesolowski. Such power at the plate displayed this last weekend. Led the GLIAC with 3 home runs, including a go-ahead 2-run home run in the only loss this weekend against Ferris State. That was a game that went to extras, was decided in 8 innings. That loss to Ferris State on Saturday sparked a 4-game losing streak for the Lakers, which is their joint longest of the season. Now on a 3-game winning streak, which they have done a handful of times. Two and 2. Wesolowski fights another one off. Leads the Lakers with 4 home runs, 28 driven in this season. Hitting .331 at the plate. And today's catcher for GVSU. Full count. Seeing Charlotte work the outside corner to righties. David Taylor calling the strike zone to open this one up. 3-2, lifted out of play. .831 OPS, has walked 7 times and struck out 10. Junior out of Freedom, Wisconsin. Ready for Charlotte's 3-2 again. Leveled to left, Giordano at the track, looking up, out of here. Wesolowski's done it again. Her 4th home run in 5 games, and the Lakers draw first blood. There's hot, and there is Elizabeth Wesolowski hot. Got a pitch she could handle over the heart of the plate, and Grand Valley State takes the lead. .14th home run of the season from the Lakers, and Wesolowski's 5th. Now the DP, Grace Usher. Takes the first pitch high in sight. This last weekend's games for Purdue Northwest, whichever team scored first went on to win 3 of the 4. Sunday's doubleheader with Ferris State, there were no lead changes. Purdue Northwest took the lead in the bottom of the first, went on to win 2-0. Ferris State took the lead in the top of the third and went on to win 6-2. Popped up in foul ground. 3 Pride players go for it, and it's snapped away by Amy DeBoer. Give you a look at the Pride defense. Giordano, Madura, and Barkowskis, the outfield from left to right. Amy DeBoer back in the starting lineup at third. Kylie Dugan at short. Maya Stuckey at second. Emma Fair at first. Olivia Hernandez catching for Charlotte to open up today's first inning. Morgan Spicer takes away. Second on the team with a .473 slugging percentage coming into this afternoon. And she wears a pitch. That's 2 hit by pitches given up by Charlotte here in the first. been a big area for Purdue Northwest to address this season, is having to replace their two aces from a year ago, Gabby Poliska and Madison Roop. Carly Dorr takes the first pitch strike. Sharma was expected to be the leader of this pitching group after she had a 1.7 ERA in JUCO last year for John A. Logan. She's had her moments this campaign. Pitched very well in non-conference play, and now trying to work around that 2-run home run by Wesolowski. Quickly up 0-2 on the first baseman. Got her swinging. 2 strikeouts, but 2 runs come across for Grand Valley State in the first. 2 runs on 1 big blast from Elizabeth Wesolowski. We head to the bottom half of the first. Purdue Northwest will play from behind here on Flow College.
Good job, right on 3, 1, 2, 3, 1. Buried it! Here comes the shot. Go!
Grand Valley State hits the front as we head into this first of 2 here from Dowling Park. Let's introduce you to the Purdue Northwest starting lineup under 5th-year head coach Tristan Zink. Leading off, the center fielder Kylie Madura. Batting second, the 2024 batting title winner, the shortstop Kylie Dugan. Hitting third, a welcome addition back to the lineup, Amanda DeBoer, making her first start since March 28th. Grace Wilson, who has been red hot of late, is the DP in the cleanup position. They'll do battle with Nevaeh Ingram for Grand Valley State. Righty starts us off with a ground ball in and out of the reach of Sigorski, but she recovers and flips on to first. Emma Fair bats 5th and plays 3rd base. Olivia Hernandez, the catcher, moves down 2 spots in the lineup card to 6th. Darcy Barkowskis, the right fielder, Juliana Giordano, the left fielder, and Maya Stuckey, the second baseman, is the 9 for Purdue Northwest today. Prior to 10-27-1, 5-13 in GLIAC games this season. Kylie Dugan takes low and away. Fourth doubleheader split for Purdue Northwest. They've taken on Parkside, Davenport, and Grand Valley State, and in all 3 prior have won the first and lost the second, but find themselves in a hole here early after the 2-run home run by Wesolowski. Dugan takes a strike. She was 2 for 7 on Sunday against Ferris State. The lefty has posted 4 multi-hit games over her last 8 contests. Popped up in foul territory. Sliding catch, but Wesolowski can't haul it in. Dugan leads the Pride with 34 hits this season, 21 runs scored. For the sophomore out of Buck Creek, Indiana, and the reigning first-team All-GLIAC a season ago. 2 balls, 2 strikes from Ingram. The other way, down in left field. 1 out knock for Dugan. I was talking with head coach Tristan Zink about what makes a slap hitter so good. And it's their ability to be able to make their way up to first so quickly when they put the ball in play. Dugan with a power slap out to left field. Here's Amanda DeBoer. Such a welcome sight back to the lineup for her. Hitting a team best 359 on the season, but in just 27 games. Her first start since Ferris State on March 28th. On her way to second, Dugan slides in as the throw rolls into left field, backed up by Island. Kylie Dugan with her team-leading 15th steal of the year. DeBoer came off the bench on Sunday, went 0 for 1. Lines a pitch in the air to right. Playable for Edwards. 2 outs. Dugan tagging for third. The throw in takes a hop and rolls into foul ground. Here comes Dugan home. Purdue Northwest halves the deficit just like that. The throw in from Edwards was a good one to Sigorski at third, but it short hopped the third base bag and allowed the speedy Dugan to take the extra base and give Purdue Northwest a run back. So each team's able to knot runs in their respective first innings. Grace Wilson trying to keep this going. Enters today on an 8-game hitting streak. Been exceptionally hot over her last 5, 8 for her last 15 at the plate. She's up to a .352 batting average and a .767 OPS for the junior out of Plainfield, Indiana. Second time in 3 games that the Pride have gotten a run in the first inning. They had the RBI single by Emma Fair in the first game on Sunday. 2-2 to Wilson. Wilson was 3 for 6 on Sunday against Ferris State. Came around to score once in that 2-0 win. 2-2 leveled but foul. She hooked a pitch a little out of the zone and drove it to left field. Wind might have given it some help. Line the opposite way to right. Edwards can't get there. It bounces behind Edwards and is rolling towards the warning track. Wilson into second with a double. Purdue Northwest keeps the inning alive with their second hit. And Grace Wilson just continues to mash at the plate, lobbing one the opposite way into right field. Second time that Edwards has been called into question here in this first inning. And was just a beat behind it from getting Ingram out of the inning. Give you the Lakers defense. Pope, Island, and Edwards is the outfield from left to right. Sigorski at third, Spicer the shortstop, Goodman at second base, Dorr at first, Weslowski catching for Ingram. Here's Emma Fair, who had a very good Sunday against Ferris State. 3 for 6 against the Bulldogs, 2 RBI across that doubleheader. Line straight at the shortstop Spicer, who clamps it and closes up the first. The Pride get a run back on 2 hits. After a busy first inning, we head to the second. It's 2-1 Lakers here on Flow College.
Beginnings and a handshake. A group of volunteers built a community. A community where we look out for one another. A community who provides guidance and confidence. That helps plan for your future. And supports you with whatever is important to you. This isn't just a credit union. It's Purdue Federal Credit Union, your trusted financial partner for life.
One run on 2 hits with an error and a runner left in the bottom of the first. Grand Valley State leads as we head to the second. First pitch is fouled off by Madeline Pope. 7-hitter leads off for the Lakers with Mary Jane Goodman and Carson Sigorski ready for their first cracks against the right-hander Haley Sharman. The JUCO transfers 0-1. Dots the outside corner to make it 0-2. Last season, this was Charmot's time to play. She had a .59 ERA for the Volunteers in April. On the outside corner, a called strike 3. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night to Madeline Pope. 3 strikeouts the first time through the lineup card for Charmot. And now she gets going again against Mary Jane Goodman. 4 pitches, 4 strikes as we open up the second. She was a great strikeout pitcher a season ago. 5 double-digit strikeout performances, including a career-best 16 on March 24th. Shallow left, Giuliano slides forward and puts it away. Giordano robs Jane Goodman of a base hit. It's 2 up, 2 down in the second. The freshman flashing the leather in left and giving her pitcher some defensive support to Carson Sigorski. Bottom hitter for the Lakers, the transfer from Western Michigan in Division I. Cuts on and misses at the high fastball. Played for the Broncos in 2023, which was 1 year before Purdue Northwest's Darcy Barkowskis was there. 1-2. Charmot's got the velocity going here in this second inning. One and two home. Hernandez trying to stick it on the outer half, not to the liking of home plate umpire David Taylor. Sigorski hitting .262 this season with a .782 OPS. Full count. Two home runs, 14 RBI for Sigorski this season. 4 multi-hit games for the third baseman. Payoff pitch. Did she go? No, says field umpire Paul Williams. 2-out walk for Sigorski. So a Grand Valley State team that came into today 6th in the conference in walks and 5th in on-base percentage with 3 free passes their first time to the lineup card. Faith Edwards was hit by a pitch and scored on that 2-run home run by Wesolowski last inning. Comes in today hitting a hair under 300. .814 OVS for the sophomore from Centerville High School. Really coming into her own this season after she hit 200 as a freshman. She's been so good at getting on base. That's why she's at the top of the lineup card for 11th year head coach Dana Callahan. Been one of the most successful coaches in the GLIAC in Division II over her decade in charge at GVSU. 4-pitch walk. Back-to-back base runners here for the Lakers. This is Faith Edwards' 23rd walk this season. She leads the Lakers by a country mile. And now an opportunity to extend its lead with Eliana Island. Having a career year, new career highs in hits and runs scored. And if her numbers hold, they would be best in average and slugging percentage. A very good defensive center fielder, if there was one, in the GLIAC. And lightning quick when she gets on base. 1-1, shallow center field. Played by Maya Stuckey. Lakers threaten but can't get any more home. They leave runners at first and second and hold a 2-run lead as we head to the bottom of the second on Flow College.
Good job, put on 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. Buried it! Here comes the shot. Go!
Pride down by 1 as we head to the home second. It'll be Olivia Hernandez, Darcy Barkowskis, and Juliana Giordano, 6, 7, and 8 for Tristan Zink's lineup card. Hernandez had a 6-game on-base streak snapped on Sunday in the split against Ferris State. Nevaeh Ingram starts off the second with a breaking ball low. The scoring play in the last inning was changed to an error against right fielder Faith Edwards. 1-1 now on Hernandez, who leads the Pride with a .927 OPS, 4 home runs, 28 RBI this season for the junior out of Illinois. Lasers that pitch foul, showing off some of that home run power. A big right-handed swinger, was second on the team in OPS a season ago. Had an 1148 OPS in GLIAC games last season and is now staying alive at the plate. She had a .419 average in 11 starts in GLIAC play and a couple of home runs, including a 2-run shot at home against league champion Saginaw Valley State. Off the glove of Spicer, rolls into center field. Olivia Hernandez, the leadoff base runner. Did a really nice job in that at-bat of protecting the plate. A couple of foul balls before a single up the middle. And it looks like the Pride will likely pinch run for their catcher. She can re-enter this game. It'll be Kendall Edelman over at first base. So Hernandez, who went hitless on Sunday, right back into the hit column here on Tuesday. 3rd hit already for Purdue Northwest off the right-hander Nevaeh Ingram. Her strikeout numbers are down in GLIAC play. Struck out 3 last time out against Ferris State. But she didn't need strikeouts when she came to Dowling Park last year through a complete game victory against the Pride, which has been a theme between Purdue Northwest and Grand Valley State. Now the right fielder Darcy Barkowskis takes strike 1. Grand Valley State 2-0 against Purdue Northwest this season. 22-4 against the Pride all time. Barkowskis lobs a bunt behind home plate and is quickly down 0-2. Lakers won 9-2 when Ingram pitched here last season. Gave up 10 hits, struck out 3 in that complete game win over PNW. 0-2 on Barkowskis. There for a called strike 3. Uno, dos, and adios. Ingram's got her first strikeout. So now here's Giordano. Had that great sliding catch in left field in the top half of this frame. Line out to left. Playable for Pope. And now the red-hot Maya Stuckey. Led the Pride with 7 hits this last weekend. Multi-hit games in Game 1 against Davenport, where she went 3 for 3, and then went 2 for 2 against Ferris State to kickstart Sunday's doubleheader. She's got a very good slap hit approach. She's able to put the ball in play and has such speed up that first base line. Bottom girl in the order for the Pride today, playing second base. She enters today on a 9-game on-base streak here in the month of April. Takes strike 2 on the outer half. Finished 1 for 2 in that 6-2 loss to Ferris State last time out. He's now hitting .300 this season with 8 RBI and a team best 16 walks. Stays alive. This is where she's very good. When she gets down 2 strikes, very keen, can put the ball in play, and very selective at the pitch she goes around for. Ingram trying to put a goose egg here in the second. 2-2. Two balls, two strikes. Edelman, the pinch runner at first. High in the air. Playable for Wesolowski, and the inning is over. Both teams threaten, neither team score in the second. We go to the third in this doubleheader. Grand Valley State 2, Purdue Northwest 1, here on Flow College.
Good job, right on 3, 1, 2, 3, 1. Buried it! Here comes the shot. Go!
Wesolowski, Usher, and Spicer for the Lakers in the top of the third. It's Wesolowski's two-run home run, which has Grand Valley State in front against the right-hander Haley Sharmett and Purdue Northwest. 6 for 12 with 3 home runs for the reigning GLIAC Softball Offensive Player of the Week. She got hold of a 3-2 pitch up in the zone and leveled it to left center field. Is now up to 5 home runs and a team best 30 driven in this season. Ground ball sharply to center field. She is seeing it like a beach ball at the plate right now. She's got both hits for the Lakers today. She can pull and she can go back up the middle. That's the makings of a true hitter at the dish. She snapped at that 1-1 pitch and made Sharmett pay. Leadoff knock for the first time today for the Lakers. Grace Usher takes a ball in. She was a GLIAC softball honorable mention to start off April. Had a 4-game RBI streak in the first weekend this month. Opened up April 6 for 13, drove in 5 in 4 games against Ferris State and Wayne State up in Michigan. Freshman out of Taylor and Woodhaven High School, was a 4-year starter at Woodhaven, according to Max Preps, and was first-team All-State a season ago. 2-1 leveled towards left center field. One hops to the wall. Wesolowski rounds third, heading home. The relay is cut off. 3-1 Lakers. Grace Usher, an RBI double. Grand Valley State has brought business here to Dowling Park. 3 runs on 3 hits and 2 extra base knocks for GVSU. Kennedy Combe will pinch run over at second base. Freshman out of Michigan. Sophomore, excuse me. So back-to-back base hits give the Lakers an insurance run. And have set the table for Morgan Spicer, who was hit by a pitch her first time. One of 2 returners to be part of the first-team All-GLIAC a season ago. Junior led the team with 4 triples and was second on the team in average RBI and doubles a season ago. Runner on her way to third. Combs slides feet first in there. The throw rolls into left field. Combe gets back up and slides in at home. It's 4-1 Grand Valley State. What a start in this third inning from the visitors. Stolen base and then an E2 by Hernandez, who returned to the game after being pinch run for in that last half inning. Relative homecoming for Spicer, senior from Valpo, Indiana. Lines the opposite way. Giordano sets up shop. This is a Lakers team that has been known to put up numbers. They've always been good in the circle, but one of the top hitting teams in Division II a season ago. Here's the freshman Carly Dorr, a two-way player for this Lakers team. Splits time between the circle and first base. She played with Madeline Pope for Rise Softball, a travel team. Was primarily recruited as a pitcher. According to the Tennessee Mojo 18U travel team, she hit as high as 64 miles per hour when she was still coming up in high school. Base is empty, 2-1 pitch upcoming. Charmot's been very good at locating that outside corner to righties. Gave up 2 runs last time out against Ferris State in 2 innings of work and picks up strikeout number 4 here on Tuesday. She strikes out Dorr for the second time. Well, she's got the strikeout pitch going. But if she leaves the pitch over the heart of the plate, Grand Valley State have hunted it. Madeline Pope, she's 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Went down looking to lead off the second inning, which is the only frame that GVSU has not tallied in. Enters today running a 4-game hitting streak. Went 4 for 8, tripled and homered, drove in 6 in this weekend's fixtures against Ferris State and Davenport. She's up to 8 triples this season to lead the GLIAC. She's already tied for the 6th most triples hit by a Lakers player in program history in her first year in the NCAA. Freshman from Farmington Hills, Michigan. Line drive foul. She tripled in 3 straight games last month, where she was simply unplayable at the plate. 9 multi-hit games, 13 extra base hits for the lefty. Trying to keep this 3rd inning alive, a frame where GVSU has already gotten 2 runs in. Pitch. Wesolowski led it off with a sharp single up the middle, came home to score on the RBI double by Usher. And the steal and error combination played at the pinch runner Kennedy Combe. 2-2 towards right center field. Bartkowski's retreating off the top of the wall. Extra bases for Pope. She's thinking 3. Her slide is way short and is thrown out there. And now concerned as she remains down on the infield. She tried to slide in head first, probably a step or 2 quicker than what she should have. We'll take a break and be right back here on Flow College.
Job, right on 3, 1, 2, 3, Buried it! Here comes the shot. Go!
You were born to move forward, to reach, to grow, to strive. And we're here to move your finances forward as you do. With relationships built on integrity that support the turning points we all share and the moments that are uniquely our own. Look to a partner you can trust to move with you, because standing still is never an option. We're People's Bank, where better banking keeps moving forward.
Humble beginnings and a handshake. A group of volunteers built a community. A community where we look out for one another. A community who provides guidance and confidence. That helps plan for your future. And supports you with whatever is important to you. This isn't just a credit union. It's Purdue Federal Credit Union, your trusted financial partner for life.
Welcome back to Dowling Park. Scary sight for Grand Valley State. Madeline Pope tried to stretch a double into a triple and suffered a lower body injury on her way down to third. She has made it back up on her own power and has exited the game. Lakers making a change. We're in the middle of the third. It's 4-1 Grand Valley State. We'll be right back with the action here from Dowling Park, here on Flow College. Two runs on 3 hits with an error for Grand Valley State in the top half of this inning. They have stretched their lead to 3. It'll be the top of the lineup for Purdue Northwest. Kylie Madura, Kylie Dugan, and Amanda DeBoer to face off with the righty Nevaeh Ingram. Cal Friedman here for Flow College. Madeline Pope now out of the game. Made her way back into the athletics area down the left field line. Line drive off the glove of Ingram. Leadoff single for Madura. She ripped the first pitch right back where it came from. Ingram couldn't clamp it, and the Pride have their 4th hit. So Jasmine Malk is now out in left field for GVSU in place of Pope. Throw down to second in time to catch Madura. Wesolowski's doing everything today. She had the 2-run home run in the first, scored in the third, and now throws off the leadoff batter in the bottom half. And just like that, that leadoff hit canceled out. Kylie Dugan, an elite base runner when she gets on. Already stole a base and came in off that E9 in the bottom of the first. Softly hit, middle of the infield. Clamped by Goodman. So now Amanda DeBoer flew out to right field and helped score that run back in the first. Takes a first pitch strike. She took a big step up last season. She matched her starts total from her freshman year in the first week last season when she started all 6 games. She made the 2nd most starts of any Pride player last year, only to Maya Stuckey, and had never really played third base prior to 2024. Tristan Zink said that she had never played there. She came in as a shortstop, but it was one of those things that Amanda challenged herself and figured it out and turned into a very good third baseman, and now has a 2-out knock. Lunged out early to that pitch and poked it away from Goodman. Welcome back, Amanda DeBoer. So here's Grace Wilson. Doubled her first time up and has quickly stretched her hitting streak to 9 games. The last game she failed to reach base came against Grand Valley State last month, where she was 0 for 1. Lined into right, down in front of Edwards. DeBoer hits the bag at second and goes into third. Corners for Purdue Northwest. Stay hot, Grace Wilson. She's 2 for 2. Second time today that she's gone backside, challenged Faith Edwards in right field, and the second time she's been a little shy on it. So now the tying run up to the plate, it's Emma Fair. Big opportunity for the Pride to get back into this game. GVSU with 2 runs in the top half of this inning, off the RBI double by Usher, and then the error by Olivia Hernandez. 1-0. Fair rips it to left. Over Mock's head. One hops the wall. DeBoer is in. Wilson heading home. The relay from Spicer won't come in. It's a 2-run double. Emma Fair does it again. She is on fire at the plate right now, and Purdue Northwest claws back into it. Was so important in the games this weekend here at Dowling Park. Reporting game-winning hits in 2 of the 4 games against Davenport and Ferris State. And it's now the tying run for Olivia Hernandez. Purdue Northwest not going away here to start this doubleheader. They've now notched 4 hits in this inning. 3 singles in that 2-run double by Fair. 2-0. Inside for 3-0. Hernandez singled to center her first time up. And takes upstairs for a 4-pitch walk. 4 straight Pride have reached here in the third. And that'll bring the infield in to talk things over with Nevaeh Ingram. Suddenly has started to lose her control, leaving some pitches over the plate, and the Pride are taking advantage. Fifth home game of 6 for PNW here at Dowling Park. Consecutive fashion. Here's Darcy Barkowskis, who's looking to get it going here in Indiana. Line drive down the line, out of play. That would have tied this game up and potentially done more. Barkowskis had an RBI against Davenport on Saturday. In a game where Purdue Northwest went down 7-0, rallied to make it 7-5, and brought the tying runs to the plate. 0-1. Barkowskis, high drive, deep left field, get on! Get out of here! 3-run home run, Darcy Barkowskis, and the Pride have come all the way back. Her 3rd home run of the season. It's a mob at home plate. It's a mash for Purdue Northwest in the 3rd. What a rally from PNW. After 2 quick outs to start the 3rd, 5 straight reach, and they take their first lead of the afternoon. A Purdue Northwest team that has struggled for extra base hitting this season came in at a 7th in the GLIAC in slugging percentage. Darcy Barkowskis clubs their 8th home run of the year. Giordano takes the first pitch strike. No action in the first base bullpen for GVSU. This is Ingram's inning. Giordano flew out to left field her first time up. And is quickly ahead 3-0. Freshman who hit .297 in her senior year at Lockport Township High School, according to Max Preps. Three and one to the left fielder. Counts full. She led the Porters to a 28-9 season. Went all the way to the state playoffs on May 31st. 3-2 is low. Sixth straight Purdue Northwest player to reach. And they have hit around in this third inning. Three singles, a double, a walk, and a three-run home run for Purdue Northwest, all off Ingram. Stuckey is 0 for 1, popped out and foul grounder first time. Popped out of play down the third base line. Coach Zink described her to me earlier this season as a triple threat from the left side of the plate. Can soft slap, hard slap. Has a very keen eye at the dish, leading the Pride with 16 walks this season. An area that you really worked on last year. Led the Pride with 18 walks a campaign ago. Believe it's 1-2. Stuckey to right. Edwards puts it away and closes up a loud bottom of the third. Purdue Northwest scores 5 runs, highlighted by a 2-run double by Emma Fair and a 3-run home run by Darcy Barkowskis. We head to the fourth. Purdue Northwest 6, Grand Valley State 4, here on Flow College.
Good job, right up 3, 1, 2, 3, buried it! Here comes the shot. Go!
5 runs on 5 hits in the bottom of the third. Purdue Northwest has its first lead of the day here in Game 1 from Dowling Park. MJ Goodman leads off the 4th inning for GVSU. 8-9-1 for the Lakers, who play from behind for the first time this afternoon. The 1-0 junior is lobbed a mile in the air, a home run in an elevator shaft, but a pop out to Emma Fair. GVSU got off to a hot start today, hit a 2-run home run in the first, and then an RBI double to highlight a 2-run third inning. But Purdue Northwest has stormed back on a day where the wind is howling out to center field, blowing northwest at up to 15 miles per hour, and we're getting the blunt of it right now. Carson Zagorski, who walked her first time up, a hair under 800 OPS this season. She led the Lakers when these two teams met back in Allendale. She was 2 for 3 with 3 RBI against the Pride in March. Had a go-ahead RBI double in an 8-2 win over Purdue Northwest back in late March. Skied in the air. Hernandez turns around and lands just foul. 4 PNW players converged, and none of them wanted to put it away. If you've come to Dowling Park and seen one game, you've seen them all. The wind can do some crazy things. 2-2 to Zagorski. Weakly hit out to shallow left. Dugan clamps it. 2 up, 2 down. That concludes the second time through the lineup card for Charlotte. Gave up some loud sounds in the third inning, but has induced 3 pop-outs this second time through the lineup card. And has 4 strikeouts today. Faith Edwards fouls off the first pitch. She was so good against Purdue Northwest last month. 4 for 6 over the doubleheader. Went 3 for 4 and drove in 2 in Game 2 against the Pride. So far today has been hit by a pitch and walked on 4 pitches. So I'm sure she came up just itching to swing the bat. Has set career best in RBI, runs scored, and walks already this season for the sophomore from Centerville. Quickly down 1-2. 4 runs on 4 hits so far for the Lakers. Edwards wouldn't chase that pitch from Charlotte. Took the loss on Sunday against Ferris State, trying to bounce back and earn her 3rd win of the year with some run support. Did she go? No, says Paul Williams, the field umpire. Edwards has worked the count full. Did the same to lead off this game and was plunked. Charlotte looking for a 1-2-3 frame. Misses away. 3rd free pass for Edwards. Walks were an issue early in the season for Charlotte, but in GLIAC play has started to reduce those numbers. Island fouls off the first pitch. 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a pop-out so far for the Lakers center fielder. Was 4 for 7 against Purdue Northwest last month. It was part of an 8-game hitting streak, which is the longest hitting streak of the season for the junior. Had 2 RBI against the Pride, 1 in each game. Edwards off first. Charlotte's 1-2. High pop, right side of the infield. Fair clamps it, and the inning is over. GVSU gets a 2-out walk. Can't do anything with it. We head to the bottom of the 4th. Purdue Northwest in front by 2 here on Flow College.
Crazy Kaplan's Fireworks.
Hi, I'm Greg Kaplan. Most of you know me as Crazy Kaplan. I started in the basement of my house with the vision of someday running my own fireworks business. Crazy Kaplan's Fireworks prides itself on taking care of you, the customer. Our largest fireworks store is located at Exit 5, Klein, and 8094 in Hammond. These showrooms right now are jam-packed. Because we import and buy volume, we can offer fireworks a huge savings and pass it on to the customer. Our selection will blow you away. As the saying goes, stack 'em deep, sell 'em cheap. Just like Papa Sam used to say, make the customer happy. The best selection of rockets, mortar shells, aerials, firecrackers, fountains, and family assortments. Come see us at Crazy Kaplan's Fireworks. We promise to make you our next #1.
Pride in front by 2 as we head to the home 4th. Purdue Northwest hit around in the bottom of the 3rd. So that means Kylie Medora leads it off again against the right-hander Nevaeh Ingram. First pitch chopped foul up the 3rd baseline. Part of a talented freshman class. The common theme of the freshman class has been winners. When I talked to Coach Tristan Zink before the season, she said, I'm a very competitive person. Whether I'm trying to win a ball game or whether we're in the classroom or playing cards on the bus, she said, if you want to be a millionaire, you study millionaires. If you want to win, you recruit winners. Medora to shallow center field. Island. 3 pitches and 1 out. Purdue Northwest has started today strong. 6 runs on 8 hits. A go-ahead 3-run shot by Darcy Barkowskis has put them in front. Here's Kylie Dugan. 1 for 2. She scored the first run of the game back in the first inning. Drops a bunt down. Wesolowski over to first. Not in time. Dugan legs it out. Goodman did a good job to rotate and cover, but the throw not in time. Second hit of the day for Dugan. The reigning batting champion in the GLIAC last season, hitting .354 this season. Coach Zink told me before the game she's been very impressed with the way she's been able to slap it. A soft slapper that time. Put them all in play, and good things happen for Dugan. Here's Amanda DeBoer. Singled her last time up. Coach Zink told me this season about Dugan that she doesn't want to keep putting pressure on her sophomore class, but she's expecting big things going forward. Dugan on her way to second. I believe she left early. She did. Paul Williams had his hand up, so Dugan is put down. One and one to DeBoer. Pride lead it by 2. Check that, it's 1-0. Now 1-1. We were getting there. DeBoer hit .344 a season ago, was all GLIAC honorable mention. Third on the team in average. She was ridiculous in high school. Hit .528 over her last 2 seasons. And carried it into college. Hit .316 in her first season with PNW. And lines a pitch to left. Held up high enough for Mock, who puts it away. Ingram faces the minimum in the 4th. A good bounce back inning from her. We head to the 5th. Purdue Northwest 6. Grand Valley State 4. Here on Flow College.
Local 41, together with Indiana Laborers Training Center and our signatory employers, provide state-of-the-art instruction in all areas of the construction industry, from hazardous material handling and environmental remediation to road construction and highway safety. Remember to slow down in construction zones and that the Local 41 members working there are mothers, fathers, coaches, and mentors. Labor's Local 41. We build Indiana in more ways than one.
Heart of the order coming up for Grand Valley State. Wesolowski leads it off 2 for 2 with a 2-run home run in the first and a couple of runs scored. Ready matchup with Haley Sharman. First pitch strike as we open up the 5th. Both teams scoreless in the 4th inning. It's been the odd innings that have produced the runs so far today. Grand Valley State took a 2-1 lead through the first inning. No score in the second. The Lakers then restored a 4-1 lead in the top half of the 3rd before Purdue Northwest hit for 5 runs on 5 hits, which the score has held. The Lakers entered today tied for second in the GLIAC. They're 10-8 in conference play this season, 19-21 overall. We're chasing down Saginaw Valley State, who had a surprise loss this weekend against Roosevelt. Ground ball up the middle. Past the diving Dugan. Elizabeth Wesolowski is 3 for 3 to open up this doubleheader. Second leadoff base hit for the Lakers today. Saginaw Valley State, top of the conference at 18-2, lost game 1 of their doubleheader against Roosevelt this last weekend. The newest division to the GLIAC Conference. The Cardinals still 8 games ahead of the pack. Ferris State and Grand Valley State tied at second. Parkside in 4th at 9-9. Quickly 0-2 on Grace Usher. Purdue Northwest starting off a favorable schedule this week. 4 of their 6 at home, including Roosevelt on Saturday. Grace Usher had an RBI double her last time up, her 20th run driven in of her freshman season. Been playing her best softball here in April. Had a 4-game RBI streak earlier this month against Ferris State and Wayne State. Had a pair of RBI in that doubleheader sweep against Davenport on Sunday. Lakers in today, winners of their last 3. Line towards right center field. Madura can't get there. 1 hops to the base of the wall. Wesolowski held up at third. Long single for Grace Usher. I'm not sure if she thought it was out or not, but that ball was smoked, and I'm surprised she's only held to a single. But regardless, the tying run is now on base for GVSU in the top half of the 5th. The Purdue Northwest infield will come in to try and calm down the nerves of their starter. So far today for Sharman, she struck out 4. He's only given up 3 earned runs through 4+ innings. He's coming up on 100 pitches, which has sent Abby Bonds out to the third base bullpen. Tristan Zenkel making an official visit here for Purdue Northwest. 2 teams at the opposite end of the conference so far, but as we've been seeing over these last couple of weekends, this is a conference that is 8 teams deep. Purdue Northwest had a couple of good splits this last weekend against Ferris State and Davenport. They split with Parkside last month. And still have an opportunity to back their way into the GLIAC tournament. Grand Valley State, normally a team that headlines that tournament, won the regular season title a season ago. So it's 2 on with nobody out, and an immediate opportunity for the Lakers to hit back. Morgan Spicer looking for her first hit of this doubleheader. Charmette starts it off with a strike on the outer half. Spicer's been hot of late, enters today on a 3-game hitting streak, has multiple hits in all 3. Line foul, quickly 0-2. 4 for 6 against Davenport on Sunday. Came around to score 4 times as the Lakers scored 23 runs in that doubleheader. 0-2. Wouldn't chase. First team All-GLIAC member a season ago. Senior out of Indiana. Trying to come through here in Hammond. 1-2. Counter swinging. 5th punch out for Haley Charmette. She lets a roar out as she gets the first out of the 5th. First strikeout for Haley since the 3rd inning, but it's an important one. Escape hatch formed. First pitch, fly ball to center by Carly Dorr. Is it deep enough? Wesolowski tags, and the throw is off the bag. This will allow Usher to move into second, and Grand Valley State's within a run. RBI sac fly for Carly Dorr, her 11th of the season. Got a pitch that she can handle and put enough metal onto it to get it deep enough. Madura's throw in left of home plate. And now Jasmine Mock for her first AB. Came in as a defensive replacement for Madeline Pope, who missed 1 or 2. Mock is 2 for 15 at the plate this season. Had a pinch hit single against Davenport on Sunday. 2-0. Now trying to be the unlikely hero here for this Lakers team. 3-0. First base is open. Mary Jane Goodman is on deck. Pitch. 4-pitch walk to Mock. So here comes the biggest at-bat of the ball game. Tying run in scoring position for MJ Goodman. Just got back from injury. Missed nearly a month's worth of games from March 6th to March 31st. Since coming back, she's 2 for 7. Had an RBI triple on Sunday. Had the game-winning RBI single on April 4th in a 3-1 win over Wayne State. Quickly 0-2. Charlotte doing a good job of expanding the zone right now, forcing the junior to chase. (0-2) is fouled off. Charlotte aggressive, went right after Goodman with the fastball low. A very good late season player. Goodman had a hit or an RBI in the final 8 games last year, stretching into the NCAA tournament. 0-2, just got a piece. Lakers went to the Midwest Regional, won a couple of games in the NCAAs. Trying to get back there in 2025. Usher at second. Monk at first. 0-2. Missed away. Hernandez keeps it right in front of home. 5 runs on 6 hits now for Grand Valley State. They have scored in every other inning since we've gotten underway. Looking for their 3rd crooked number here in the 5th. 1-2. Again fought off. Goodman came in today hitting .250 across 21 games. She's driven in 6. 0 for 2 with a flyout and a pop out to first. One and 2 again. Loosely hit. Left side of the infield for DeBoer. Inning over. Charlotte bends but does not break in the visitors' 5th. GVSU scores 1 run on 2 hits and leaves 2 aboard. We head to the home 5th. Purdue Northwest in front, 6-5.
For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Kyle Dempsey in Hammond today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Heart of the order for Purdue Northwest. Cleanup batter Grace Wilson will lead it off. She's been stellar at the dish today, 2 for 2 with a double and a run scored. Cal Friedman here for Flow College. Andrew Reamer, my producer today. Happy you're with us for the first of 2 in this GLIAC doubleheader between the Grand Valley State Lakers and Purdue Northwest Pride. PNW with 6 runs on 9 hits so far off Nevaeh Ingram, who gets going again in the home 5th. Both of Wilson's hits have gone the opposite way to right field, dipping in right in front of outfielder Faith Edwards. She's now 10 for her last 17 at the plate and has extended her hitting streak to 9 games, dating back to March 28th. 2-0 foul. It's been such a good step up for Wilson. Only made 10 starts a season ago. Today is her 16th start of 2025. in a year where she has been one of Purdue Northwest's top bats. Line drive, out of play again. Purdue Northwest 1 run in the first, off an error by right fielder Faith Edwards, 5 runs in the third, highlighted by a 3-run home run by Darcy Markowskis. 2-2, set towards me. Lands a little to my left. I didn't bring my glove today. Another 2-2. Line drive to center. Grace Wilson's 3 for 3 this afternoon. What a nice job when she goes down 2 strikes, protects the plate, then gets a pitch that she can handle, and puts it right back where it came from. Leadoff base hit for the Pride to set up Emma Fair. She had a clutch weekend for Purdue Northwest. Had the game-winning hits in both of Purdue Northwest's wins over Davenport on Saturday and Ferris State on Sunday. Pride looking for win number 11 this campaign. High in the air, out of play down the left field side. And came in clutch again this afternoon. Had a 2-run double in the third to put PNW within a run. Snapped to 25 driven in this season across 38 games. She's led the Pride in RBI 4 times this season, including in their lone tie this year in a 5-5 comeback against St. Michael's down in Florida. 0-2. She's coming with a very aggressive approach at the plate. She swung and put the second pitch that she'd seen in play both times before this AB. And puts this one in play to left. Carrying towards the track. Mock on the base of the track makes the catch. The ball is flying out to left field today. The winds are blowing out to the northwest here at Dowling Park. It's where PNW had its 2-run double and 3-run home run in the last inning. It's where Oli Hernandez had a game-winning grand slam last month against Parkside. Had a walk-off grand salami to secure a 6-4 win over Parkside at the end of last month. It's been solid today. Singled in the second, walked and scored in the third. 0-2. Checked it off into the Laker bullpen down the first baseline. It's been a good return to form for Hernandez today after she had a 6-game on-base streak snapped in Sunday's loss to Ferris State. She's staying back at the dish right now, which is exactly what you want to do when you go down 2 strikes. It's a very textbook approach. Choke up on the bat, put the ball in play. That time was early. She dominated in the early slate of this season, had 11 RBI in her first 7 games to start the season. Some big hits against Quincy in that time. 1-2. Wesolowski tried to bring that pitch up, not to the liking of home plate umpire David Taylor. Wilson still at first. Hernandez spoils another pitch. She was 1 for 5 against Grand Valley State up in Michigan. Purdue Northwest is looking for its first win against GVSU at home since 2019. The 1-2. Hernandez puts it in play. Ingram fields her position well and gets the out at first. It's a productive out to put Wilson in a scoring position for the girl who gave the Pride the lead, Darcy Barkowskis. 3-run home runner last time up, her 3rd of the season. She hammered an 0-1 pitch out to left center field. Even without the wind, would have gotten out. looking to extend the Pride lead right now with Wilson at second. 2-0. You're hoping that home run can spark this season for Barkowskis. His average has dropped over the last couple of games. 2-0. Takes a strike. She was the first player that Coach Tristan Zink mentioned when asked about players she was excited about heading into spring. Really praised her bat. It's a good power presence. Ground ball hits a third. Collected by Sigorski. Throw across the diamond, a little off the bag. But Dorr clamps it, puts it on the runner, and the inning is over. Purdue Northwest gets a leadoff single, but can't bring it home. We ended the last 2 innings from Dowling Park. The Pride hold a 1-run lead here on Flow College.
Good job, right on 3, 1, 2, 3, Buried it! Here comes the shot. Go!
Nine 1-2 for the Lakers in the 6th. They trail by 1 run, have trailed since the 3rd inning. Carson Sigorski leads it off against the right-hander Haley Sharman. Pops the first pitch out of play. That was Sharman's 108th pitch. Her line as it stands, 5 innings, 5 runs, 4 of which earned on 6 hits, 4 walks, and she has struck out 5. Sigorski 0 for 1 with a pop out. Came in clutch against Purdue Northwest last month. Had the go-ahead double in an 8-2 win over the Pride. 1-1, weekly nub to the left side. Easy for DeBoer. 3 pitches and 1 out as we open up the 6th. That concludes the 3rd time through the lineup card for Charlotte. Abby Bond is warming in the third base bullpen for PNW. Here's Faith Edwards. Still without an official at bat today. She was hit by a pitch and scored in the 1st and has walked her last 2 times. Sophomore hitting .295 at the plate this season. Is really starting to get out of a funk of late. Put the ball in play every time she came up against Davenport on Sunday. Scored 3 runs as part of that doubleheader sweep. 1-1. Edwards slams it, but out of play. Into the parking lot for 1-2. 5 runs on 6 hits today for the Lakers. The 1-2. Good job by the sophomore not to chase up the ladder there. Her strikeouts had started to rise at the start of this month. Doing a good job not letting the moment get to her. 2-2 again, laced out of play. It's a Lakers team that's very good at getting runners on, second in the GLIAC, in average. Another 2-2. Runs inside and wears it off the back. Second time Edwards has been hit by a pitch today. So maybe not the day for the average department, but a great day for the on-base percentage. She has reached base all 4 times she's come up. And now Eliana Islands with a tying run on base, and a speedy one at that. Bluffs the bunt. Edwards second on the team in stolen bases this year if GVSU decides to put its leadoff batter in motion. Island is 0 for 3 this afternoon. Struck out swinging her first time. Popped out her last 2 times to the dish. 1-1 in the air to center. Madura coming on. 2 outs. And now the dynamo, Elizabeth Wesolowski. 3 for 3 today. Has scored 3 runs. Hit a 2-run home run in the first. 9 for her last 15 at the plate. That 2-run home run sailed out to left field. Was her 4th home run in her last 5 games for the transfer. She's been absolutely incredible in GLIAC play this season. Went 5 for 10 in the opener against Roosevelt, including a 4 for 5 game 2 in Rosemont. And levels a pitch to left. Doesn't have enough. Yes! Lakers lead. Elizabeth Wesolowski's 2nd home run of the day. And Grand Valley State's back in front. She is unplayable at the moment. 5 home runs in 5 games. And a go-ahead blast to boot. GVSU has its first lead since the 3rd inning. And it's another big 2-out hit in this game. Purdue Northwest took the lead in the home 3rd with 5 runs, all with 2 outs. And now the Lakers' turn for a big 2-out RBI hit. 0-1 to Grace Usher. Well struck to center. Madura at the wall. Off the top of the wall. Usher spins to second with a 2-out double. GVSU with some loud sounds in the 6th. Usher was inches away from going back-to-back for the Lakers, but delivers her 3rd hit of the day. Two teams that have struggled for power this season have brought the boom to Dowling Park today. 15th home run of the season for Grand Valley State, and nearly their 16th, all with 2 outs in the top of the 6th. It's simply what they have done to Purdue Northwest pitching this season. A run rule victory in Game 1 against the Pride, 8 runs in the finale, and now 7 today. Morgan Spicer 0 for 2 at the dish. She was hit by a pitcher first time up. Shortstop hitting left-handed. 2-0. Trying to extend her hitting streak to 4 games. Went 4 for 6 against Davenport on Sunday. 2-0 for a strike. Seven runs, 8 hits, 4 extra base hits for GVSU today. Usher off second after the 2-out double. 3-1, just missed away. Spicer aboard for the 2nd time. Dana Callahan in the 3rd base box, encouraging Carly Dorr. 2 on, 2 out for the freshman. She's driven in 10 this season, had 1 against Purdue Northwest back in March. Started the scoring in that 12-0 run rule win. 1-0, line to right. Stuckey clamps it underneath. but the Lakers take the lead. 2 runs off the bat of Elizabeth Wesolowski. We head to the home 6th. Lakers lead it by 1.
It isn't just essential in your sport, it's essential in life. The key is just finding a place where you can pursue it all. If you want to win in every arena of college life, go D2. Make it yours.
Place to go before and after a game? It's Langel's Pizza. Langel's has 2 locations in Highland and Crown Point, so you're always close to Langel's delicious wings, sandwiches, and pizza. Now open Sundays through Thursday, 11 a.m. to 11 p.m., Friday and Saturday, 11 a.m. till midnight. Call to place an order at 219-923-4900. Order online through DoorDash and Grubhub. Check out all our new menu items. Visit langelspizza.com. Catch all the action at Langel's.
8-9-1 for Purdue Northwest, playing from behind for the first time since the 3rd inning. Cal Friedman here for Flow College. Nevaeh Ingram gets run support as the Lakers score 3 unanswered to take the lead in the 5th and 6th innings. Now with an opportunity to put her foot down in the circle against the Pride lineup that has put up 6 runs on 10 hits today. Giordano 0 for 1 with a walk. Comes up empty on the 1-0. 12 hits for Juliana this season, all in separate games. Opposite way, shallow right. Nice play by Goodman on the run. Had to have a good beat on that baseball and clamps it away. So now Maya Stuckey, 7 for 10 at the dish this last weekend. 2 multi-hit games. Once the first pitch foul. Has reached base safely in all 9 games here in April, but today is 0 for 2. Flew out to right her last time up. Counts even. She hunches her stance, really restricts what pitchers can aim for in their strike zones. Stands at 5'4". And even smaller when she's in the box. 1-2. PNW got 1 run in the first, 5 in the third. They've recorded a hit in every inning today and have left 4 on base. Just foul up the line. She was a big leader on last year's team. Won 33 wins a year ago. Head coach Tristan Zink told me that last year she was really the only veteran infielder that Purdue Northwest had. She mentioned that Stuckey really had to step up to coach up the freshmen, and she's continued that into 2025. 2-2 to the senior. Full count. Trying to put the Tiger on base with the Pride down to the last 5 outs. Here in game 1 of 2 in this doubleheader. The pitch. Ground ball rolled to the right for Goodman. So now the top of the lineup for Purdue Northwest. Madura, Dugan, and Tabor. Kylie is 1 for 3 this afternoon. Singled in the third, was caught stealing. This part of the lineup with 4 hits so far today. 2-0. Had a 5-game hitting streak snapped on Sunday, but does have hits in 6 of her last 7. In the air, center field and carrying off the bottom of the wall. Kylie Madura with a 2-out double. What an important hit from the freshman. She was a little under it and just sailed it out to left center field. Allen had a late read onto it. Wind might have helped it. And the tying run on base for the Pride for Kylie Dugan. Ball one. Dugan is 2 for 3 today. Singled her last time up, but left early trying to steal second. 2-0. Reigning batting champion in the GLIAC. Hitting over 350 this season. Came around to score the first run back in the first. 2-0. At the top of the zone. Nice bounce back pitch by Ingram to try and find her groove. Dugan has posted 4 multi-hit games over her last 8 coming into today. Tied a season-high 3 hits against Wayne State last Sunday. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The tying run at second. The pitch. Just missed outside. Stone cold take by Dugan. First base is open. Amanda DeBoer is on deck. Ingram's payoff is away. And he extends for DeBoer. So these slap hitters that have been so good today for Purdue Northwest will all get a chance here in this 6th. DeBoer is 1 for 3 with a run scored. In her first start since March 28th, trying to be the hero for this Pride team. With speed on the base paths, a hit into either gap could score 2. 0-1. The last pair of games for Purdue Northwest saw no lead changes. We've seen 2 today. Does this game have a third? The closest game played all season between Grand Valley State and Purdue Northwest. And it's come down to the last 4 outs. 1 and 2 to left. Just out of play. The junior out of Dyer, Indiana. Hitting .359 on the season to lead Purdue Northwest. 1-2. To left. Mock coming on. Inning over. The Pride threaten with 2 outs, but can't bring the tying or go-ahead runs in. We head to the 7th. Grand Valley State in front by 1 here on Flow College.
Keeps you busy and you can't get to the store? Shop online with Strack and Van Til To Go. Our to-go service is easy to use. Register using your rewards account information. Fill your virtual cart and choose delivery or pickup. Once your order is in, our own Strack and Van Til team preps your order with care. With our to-go service, you can earn reward points and save time and money with our online coupons and weekly ad prices. Life made simple. Shopping made easy. For more information or to sign up, visit shop.strackandvantil.com.
It isn't just essential in your sport, it's essential in life. The key is just finding a place where you can pursue it all. If you want to win in every arena of college life, go D2. Make it yours.
Sun beaming through along the right side here at Dowling Park. We head to the 7th. Grand Valley State in front by 1. They've scored the last 3 runs in this game. Jasmine Mock flies the first pitch foul. She had the last out in the bottom half of the inning. Purdue Northwest leaves the tying run in scoring position. Mock, still 0 for 0, walked her first out. Sophomore out of North Branch, Michigan, came in place of the injured Madeline Pope. back in the third inning. Emma Fair in foul grounds. First down to the 7th. Always important for Haley Sharmut to get the leadoff batter down. Working through the lineup card for her 4th time here today. First pitch to Goodman. Missed the outside corner. Goodman is 0 for 3 today. Flew out to left, popped out twice. Lakers with 7 runs on 8 hits if you're just joining. They took the lead in the last inning with a 2-run home run by Elizabeth Wesolowski. Her 2nd home run of the day for the star catcher for Grand Valley State. Loose fly ball in foul ground again to the opposite corner for Amanda DeBoer. And now Carson Sigorski. 0 for 2, walked her first time up. Third baseman takes the first pitch away. She's 2 for 5 against the Pride this season. Has walked 4 times against PNW. Big cut and miss. Wanted to try and blast one into the wind, which has started to blow out towards foul ground in left field. It was blowing out to left center earlier today, which is where we've seen 2 of the 3 home runs. Purdue Northwest will have Wilson, Fair, and Hernandez due up in the bottom of the 7th. Three and 1 to Sigorski. Top of the lineup is due up for Grand Valley State if they can extend this top of the 7th. To the transfer from Western Michigan. 3 and 2. Sigorski takes away and earns her 2nd walk of the afternoon. That is the 6th walk for the Lakers today. Here's Faith Edwards, who has 2 of them. First pitch down Broadway. Nice fastball from Sharmut on her 142nd pitch of the afternoon. Only pitched 2 innings on Sunday against Ferris State. And is quickly up 0-2 on Edwards. The exact 2 pitches you want after a 2-out walk, immediately reestablishing her control. The 0-2. Edwards has come around to score twice today. Is up to a team most 30 runs scored this season. Sharmut delivers. Line towards center field. Madura back onto the track. Collides with the wall to close up the 7th. It'll be 4, 5, and 6 due up for Purdue Northwest. Trying to tie or walk it off. Lakers 7, Pride 6 here on Flow College.
Job, right on 3, 1, 2, 3,
Buried it!
Here comes the shot. Go!
Pride down by 1. PNW has walked off in 1 GLIAC game this season. They're looking to tie or win it here in the bottom of the 7th against the right-hander Nevaeh Ingram. Grace Wilson starts off the inning for the Pride. She's 3 for 3 today. Doubled in the first, singled and scored in the third. The Pride led 6-4 heading into the middle innings. Grand Valley State has scored 3 unanswered, took the lead in the top of the 6th off a 2-run home run by Elizabeth Wesolowski. Wilson to left, but out of play. Ingram has given up 6 runs, 5 of which earned on 11 hits. Walked 3 and struck out 1. 1-2. Looking for her 10th win of the season. Had a complete game win against Purdue Northwest earlier this year. Is trying for another here in April. 2-2 down the first base line. Stays in play for Dorr. Leadoff batter retired here in the 7th. So now Emma Fair. As clutch as can be over these last 5 games for the Pride. Game-winning hits against Davenport and Ferris State this weekend. 2-run double to spark the comeback in the 3rd inning today. 1 out. Up to 25 RBI this season for the sophomore, a new career high. 1-1. 3 for 6 against the Bulldogs on Sunday. 2-run single in the 6-2 loss to close out that doubleheader. Lined out of play. The Pride have gotten a hit in every inning so far today. They left 2 runners on base in the bottom of the 6th. 2-2 to Fair. Lined at 3rd. In and out of the glove of Sigorski. Spicer retrieves. Not in time to first. The tying run on base for the Pride. And for Olivia Hernandez. Looks like the Pride will pinch run at first. That is Madison Ecker who will run. First time Fair has been replaced today. If this game goes to extras, she'll be allowed to return. Hernandez is 1 for 2. Singled in the 2nd, walked and scored in the 3rd. I mentioned the walk-off to start this half inning. Hernandez had a walk-off grand slam in the GLIAC opener here at Dowling Park against Wisconsin Parkside. She got a 1-2 breaking ball, had fouled off a couple of pitches to make it 1-2. Got a breaking ball on the hands and leveled it to left to win it. Foul tip on the first pitch. Ecker is 3 for 4 on stolen bases this season, representing the tying run at first. Quickly 0-2. 4 home runs, 28 RBI for Hernandez this season to lead the Pride. 7 over her last 2 seasons. 0-2 away. One ball, 2 strikes on the catcher. Hernandez reached up, fought it off. Ingram ready for the 1-2. Hernandez looking at that pitch up in the zone. See if Ingram can expand the strike zone right here. Has some pitches to use. See if maybe she goes outside here on the next 1-2. She comes home. Does go outside. Experienced pitcher in the circle. The junior out of Addison, Michigan. 2.88 ERA coming into today. Her 2-2 is inside to load the count. Pride have a good opportunity to put Ecker in motion right here to potentially avoid the double play. 3-2. She holds. Down the left field line, out of play. It had home run distance all right, but Hernandez was too early. Lengthy at bat. Line drive to center field. Island was playing deep. She holds Ecker at second. Hernandez comes through with a clutch single. She's already been pinch run for once today. And with the go-ahead run on base, that'll send associate head coach Jen Rivera to talk things over with her starter. Pride will pinch run for Hernandez. Jen Rivera and Dana Callahan have been at Grand Valley State for 11 straight years. They've won 7 regular season titles during that span. These are games they cannot drop if they're to try for an 8th. This is still Ingram's ball game, as most games have been this season. Hannah Rafferty-Flatter will pinch run at first. So it's Darcy Barkowskis. A 3-run home run to put the Pride ahead earlier today. And now comes on with the tying run in scoring position. Her team trailing. The former D1 transfer out of Western Michigan in 2022. Ingram starts it off. Flared foul behind home plate. Barkowskis hitting a hair over 240 on the year. 3 home runs, 16 driven in for the senior. 0-1. Fastball tight. I spoke with fifth-year head coach Tristan Zink before this season about who she was most excited for, and Barkowskis was the first name that she said. Mentioned she has a very strong bat that Purdue Northwest has been excited about all spring. Now trying to come through in a big moment. The Pride down by a run. Ecker at second, Rafferty-Flatter at first. 1-2. Line to left, out of play. Another good swing goes onto the street behind Dowling Park. Pride have brought their power today. 2-run double by Thayer in the third, followed up by that Barkowskis bomb. Ingram looking to finish her off. The 1-2. Fastball just missed the bottom of the zone. Wesolowski trying to bring it up, but it's now 2-2. Lakers going for GLIAC win number 11. Pride looking to start this doubleheader strong. 2-2. Got her swinging. Just the second strikeout all afternoon for Nevaeh Ingram, but it couldn't come at a better time. And the Pride will now pinch hit down to their last out. Giordano's day is done. She finishes 0 for 2. Two pinch runners are on. Fair and Olivia Hernandez with singles. And Abby Bond, who had been warming up to pitch in this game, will now get an opportunity to hit. Bond is 2 for 13 at the plate this season. Her last hit was March 14th against Minnesota State. What a time this would be. First pitch strike. Led Andrea in high school to a 2A state championship in her junior year. Someone who has won at every level she's played at. Coach Zink mentioned to me the theme of this freshman recruiting class was winners. Can she come through here? 2-1. 6 runs on 13 hits for Purdue Northwest, but as it stands, it would not be enough. 2-1. Fouled off, and the Pride are down to their last strike. Nevaeh Ingram looking to put the finishing touches on a come-from-behind win for Grand Valley State. Well, these are the moments you wait for. 3-2, 2 outs. Tying run at second, go-ahead run on base. Everybody in motion on 3-2. Got her swinging. The Lakers come back to take home their 20th win of the year. They score 3 unanswered runs to close the game and beat Purdue Northwest 7-6 here at Dowling Park. A thrilling contest throughout. GVSU led, trailed after 3, and gets the win when it's all said and done. Lakers score 7 runs on 8 hits, commit 1 error, advance to 20-21 on the year, and 11-8 in GLIAC play. Purdue Northwest drops to 10-28-1 this season, and 5-14 in GLIAC play. The player of the day, easy. Elizabeth Wesolowski, 4 for 4, 4 RBI, and the game-winning 2-run home run in the top of the 6th. The winning pitcher is Nevaeh Ingram, who gets her second complete game win against the Pride this year. She moves to 10-8 on the campaign. Haley Sharmett takes the loss for PNW. She drops to 2-8. Lakers win it 7-6 in Game 1. We'll be back momentarily for Game number 2. Thank you for tuning in here on Flow College. My producer, Andrew Reamer. My name's Cal Friedman. Hope you stay with us here at Dowling Park for Game 2 of this GLIAC doubleheader. Welcome back to Dowling Park. We're moments away from Game 2 of our doubleheader between the Grand Valley State Lakers and the Purdue Northwest Pride. Cal Friedman here for Flow College. GVSU came from behind to win Game 1 7-6 behind a 2-run home run by Elizabeth Wesolowski. The Lakers scored 3 unanswered runs to close out their 20th win of the season. Give you the starting lineup for the Lakers in Game 2. They make 2 changes from that win in our first. Leading off, the right fielder, Faith Edwards. Hitting second, the center fielder, Eliana Island. Batting third, the third baseman, Elizabeth Wesolowski. The cleanup batter is the DP, Grace Usher. Hitting fifth, the shortstop, Morgan Spicer. Hitting sixth, the first baseman, Carly Dorr. Hitting seventh, the catcher, Olivia Reagan-Foos. Hitting eighth, the left fielder, number 7, Jasmine Mock. And hitting ninth, the new second baseman, Carson Sigorski. A lineup of 8 righties and 1 lefties to do battle against the freshman right-hander Abby Bond, who looked very good on Sunday against Ferris State, throwing 5 innings, giving up just 2 earned runs in that 6-2 loss against the Bulldogs on Sunday. We're ready to go again. Paul Williams calling balls and strikes behind home plate. We are back underway at Dowling Park at 4:24. Temperatures have dropped a little bit, 50 degrees. Overcast skies with winds blowing to the northwest at 10 miles per hour. 1-0, hit straight back to the circle. 2 pitches, 1 out for Abby Bond. Give you the Pride defense in Game 2. Giordano, Madura, and Barkowskis, the outfield from left to right. Amanda DeBoer at third. Kylie Dugan, the shortstop. Maya Stuckey at second. Emma Fair at first. Grace Wilson is now catching. First pitch to Island is a strike. 0 for 4 for Island in Game 1. Came into today hitting .286 across her first 40 games. Good breaking ball for a strike. Looked ready for the fastball. Let the breaking ball go a little too early. 0-2 from Bond. Loosely hit to right. Stuckey on the lip of the infield girth. Puts it away. So now Elizabeth Wesolowski. She has been the girl of the moment for Grand Valley State's. 2 home runs, 4 RBI in Game 1 today. First pitch breaking ball in the outside corner. 5 home runs over her last 5 games for the reigning GLIAC Offensive Player of the Week. Has already given her 2 cents of how she could be the reigning GLIAC Player of the Week again next week. She's now to a team best 6 home runs, 32 driven in this season. Bonzo 2. Counter swinging. What a perfect start for Abby Bond in the circle. 3 up, 3 down for the Purdue Northwest freshman. Meet the Pride Dad when we come back. Scoreless as we head to the home first in Game 2 on Flow College.
Good job, right on 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. Buried it! Here comes the shot. Go!
PNW dropped Game 1 of our doubleheader 7-6 despite out-hitting the Lakers. 13 hits in Game 1 for the Pride. Here's their starting lineup in Game 2. Leading off, it's Kylie Madura playing center field. Batting second, the shortstop Kylie Dugan. Hitting third, the third baseman Amanda DeBoer. In the cleanup spot, the catcher Grace Wilson. Hitting fifth, the first baseman Emma Fair. Hitting sixth, the DP Olivia Hernandez. Batting seventh, the right fielder Darcy Barkowskis. Hitting eighth and pitching, number 33, Abby Bond. And hitting ninth, the second baseman, Maya Stuckey. 6 righties and 3 lefties to do battle with the sophomore from Heartland, Michigan, Kylie Swirkos. Swirko starts off the bottom of the first with a strike at the top of the zone. Full numbers for Swirko this season. This is her 6th start and 10th overall appearance. She's 1-1 with a 3.25 ERA. Pitches to contact, just 7 strikeouts all season. But has great control over her pitches. Has walked just 14 batters in the last 2 seasons. Manura was 2 for 4 with a double in game 1. Empty on that slider off the plate. PNW has flexed Juliana Giordano. She will play left field here in game 2, but will not hit to open up today's festivities. 1-2. Got her swinging upstairs. Swirkos with a 4-pitch strikeout to open up the bottom of the first. And immediately some wisdom passed on to Kylie Dugan. Freshman saw something in that I bet she wants her sophomore to know. Dugan bunts the first pitch down. It's a nice one right in front of home plate. That's an easy infield single. That was textbook. Just plopped down 5 feet in front of home plate. Nobody could play it. So now Amanda DeBoer singled and scored in game 1. Pride took the lead with a 5-run third inning against the Lakers in a game that featured 3 lead changes. The defensive alignment for Grand Valley State in game 2. The outfield is Jasmine Mock, Eliana Island, and Faith Edwards from left to right. Wesolowski at third, Spicer the shortstop with Sigorski moving over to second. Dorr at first, and Reagan Foos now catching. 1-1 on DeBoer. He's now second on the team in batting average. Very good slap hitter from the left-handed batter's box. Drops a bunt down to the third baseman. Wesolowski fields, not in time on the throw to first. It brought Dorr off the bag. Back-to-back knocks for Purdue Northwest. Runners going for third. Dugan is slid in at third. Music had started going a little early, I think. And that will immediately bring Dana Callahan out to challenge things. It has been scored an error by Wesolowski at third rather than an infield hit. And we're off to a complexing start here in game 2. Field umpire is now David Taylor. Wesolowski is arguing that Dugan shouldn't be allowed to move to third because the play was already signaled done. That'll bring both umpires in to talk things over. These two umps called a good zone in game 1. It looked like the throw had brought Dorr off the bag, which allowed the runner to reach. But it's whether play had stopped. It's a big opportunity coming up because it's Grace Wilson at the plate. Tristan Zink will come out of her third base box to confirm everything. PNW was blanked for the final 4 innings in game 1. They registered a hit in every single inning. And that has continued here into today. So Dugan is going to have to return to second, which I believe is the right call. Pride fans don't like it. But regardless, it's 2 on with 1 out for Grace Wilson, who is seeing it like a beach ball right now. Takes the first pitch high and away. 9-game hitting streak for Wilson. Dating back to March 28th, she has 11 hits over her last 6 games. 1-0. Wilson doubled her first time up in game 1, went 3 for 4. Raising that average north of 360 this season. 2-0 to Wilson. Line the opposite way, but out of play. That is where Wilson was very good in game one. Right-handed hitter, but uses the whole field very well. Her first 2 hits went out to right. Pride looking to strike first here in game 2. Wilson to left, out of play. That ball was shot out of a cannon down the left field line. Junior catcher from Plainfield having her best career season in all metrics at the dish right now. The 2-2 pitch. Up ball, missed out and away. The sun breaks through behind home plate, turning into a beautiful afternoon here at Dowling Park. 3-2. Good fight from Wilson here in her first plate appearance. 3 for 6 on Sunday against Ferris State. Part of a doubleheader split for PNW on Sunday. Another 3-2 to Wilson. Line drive, down but foul. She's seeing it all right, just a little early. Purdue Northwest in its 4th doubleheader here at Dowling Park this season. They've split the first 3. This is the first time all year that the Pride have lost the first of a doubleheader here at home. Dugan at second, DeBoer at first. Another 3-2 from Swirkos. This battle just will not end. Swirkos is challenging with fastballs. Wilson was early before, now late. Trying to load the bases for Emma Fair, or potentially do damage. Dugan's got plenty of speed. You saw it on that infield hit. Swirkos trying to shake off a rough outing against Davenport on Sunday. Gave up 2 runs in just 1 inning against the Panthers. Another foul ball. Tristan Zink, a huge smile in the third base box. Going from ear to ear. She loves the fight from her junior. Another payoff pitch. Low it in. A well-earned walk if you've ever seen one. Bases loaded for PNW. I want to say I counted 5 foul balls after she went down 2 strikes. That was brilliant from Wilson. Earns her 4th walk of the season and sets the table for Emma Fair. Had 2 RBI in game 1 today. Fair was 2 for 4. Had a 2-run double to left center field in that 5-run third inning of game 1. Enters game 2 with 25 driven in this season. She's hitting north of 330. 0-1. This sophomore who has filled in at third this season, now holding down the first base bag, becoming a crucial part of PNW's future. 1-1, catches the outside corner. That's a really good up ball from Swirkos. Looking for a big out here with the bases loaded in the first. 1-2 to Fair. Fought off. Grand Valley State is a team, such a good pitching staff, normally led by Dorr and Ingram, but Swirkos has been a good spot starter for this Lakers team under 11th-year head coach Dana Callahan. 1-2 again. In the air, out of play. The Pride spoiling pitches here in this first inning. Swirkos has already thrown north of 20 pitches and still hasn't gotten that second out. Dugan at third after the single. DeBoer at second after the error. Wilson at first after a walk. 2-2. Swirkos delivers. Fair to right. Edwards charges. Plops in perfectly. Dugan scores, and the Pride strike first. 26th RBI for Emma Fair. What a job to go the opposite way with it. And the Pride open up the scoring. She just dunked it over Sikorsky at second. She was playing third in game one. It wasn't necessarily her ball. It wasn't necessarily anybody's ball. Sometimes you just find that green patch of grass or turf in this instance. Textbook hitting with the bases loaded. Now Oli Hernandez takes a first pitch strike. Something Sikorsky has been very good at here in this bottom of the first. Swirkos, I should say, getting that first pitch strike, putting the Purdue Northwest hitters behind. And quickly, Hernandez down 0-2. She spanked that up ball, but was way too late to it. Olivia 2 for 3 in game one. Also walked. Came around to score on that 3-run home run by Barkowskis. Has to protect again. A common theme here early. Purdue Northwest is a team that hits very well. Top half of the conference in average. They led the conference in batting average a season ago. 30th pitch of this first from Swirkos is her first strikeout. She gets Hernandez to chase on a pitch out of the zone. It's the second strikeout, I should say. Here's Barkowskis with the bases loaded, 2 outs in the first. Line to right center. Island on the run. Makes the catch at the base of the track. Allowed out number 3 to close up the first inning. But the Pride get the first run on 2 hits and leave the bags juiced. We head to the second. Purdue Northwest 1, Grand Valley State coming to bat here on Flow College.
You were born to move forward, to reach, to grow, to strive. And we're here to move your finances forward as you do. With relationships built on integrity that support the turning points we all share and the moments that are uniquely our own. Look to a partner you can trust to move with you, because standing still is never an option. We're People's Bank, where better banking keeps moving forward.
One run on 2 hits, 1 error, and 3 left on base for Purdue Northwest in the home first. They lead to start off game 2. Abby Bond with a 1-2-3 top of the first. She'll face off with the middle of the order in the second. It'll be Grace Usher, Morgan Spicer, and Carly Dorr for the Lakers, who advanced to 11-8 in conference play after their 7-6 win in game 1. The freshman starts off the second. Ground ball, high chopper over Dugan and into left center field. Leadoff base hit for the Lakers. How about that for a Baltimore chop? Took a late bounce on Dugan and totally cleared her at short. So Usher's got her 4th hit of this doubleheader to lead off the second. Morgan Spicer. Abby Bond has been stellar in GLIAC play this season. Has now thrown 24 1/3 innings in conference and has given up just 4 earned runs. He was exceptional against Ferris State on Sunday. Came in relief of Haley Charmant. Gave up just 2 earned runs in 5 innings to keep the Pride in it. Her 0-2 on Spicer. Bounced in the dirt. a stellar pitcher for Andrean High School. Her stats, according to Max Preps, 47-19 with a 1.59 ERA. A 4-year varsity member at AHS. 1-2, up ball, just missed outside, and it's 3-1. 3-1 on the scoreboard. It is 2-2 to Spicer, who was 0 for 2. Reached base safely a few times in game 1. The pitch. Lines to left. Out of play. Would have been extra bases. Giordano's playing deep right now in left field for the Pride. Both teams are doing a great job with 2 strikes to open up this contest against the respective starters. 2-2. Now the count's full. Oli Hernandez is now catching for PNW. Number 18 is behind the plate. The 3-2. Slammed to the screen. Grace Wilson was slated to be catching. Spicer came in today batting .300, second on the team in slugging percentage. The payoff. Line drive down in right field. Lakers go station to station, and they're in business in the second. Eleventh-year head coach Dana Callahan talking things over with home plate umpire Paul Williams at the line. Going to be a pinch runner here for Usher. Kennedy Combe, who pinch ran and scored in game 1, will get the same honors here in game 2. Sophomore out of Clio, Michigan, her 18th appearance of the year. Now the freshman, Carly Dorr. And a sacrifice fly in game 1 is up to 11 RBI this season. Who had a very prolific month of March. Had the longest hitting streak of any Lakers player this year. 14 consecutive games. From March 3rd to March 29th. Had her average to as high as .372 during that run. Showing bunts again. The roll behind home plate foul. Dorr batting .310 coming into today's doubleheader. Waste pitch from Bond. 1 for 6 against Davenport on Sunday. Had an RBI. Was Gliac honorable mention last week as a pitcher. 1-2. Weak chopper, basically the same purpose as a bunt. Bond eventually gets it onto first. Was trying to get the lead runner Combe at third. DeBoer wasn't covering. Is able to recover and get the outs. So a productive out. It's now 2 in scoring position for Liv Reagan-Foos in her first at-bat of the day. Was on the bench in game 1. Catcher wastes no time swinging. Davenport transfer. Her first home run in college actually came against Grand Valley State. She went a career-high 3 for 3 against the Lakers for Davenport on April 20th. Ground ball to the left side. This should get a run in. Dugan has no play. We're tied at 1. First RBI for Grand Valley State for Liv Reagan-Foos. And the Lakers draw level. Hit it deep into that 6-5 hole. Combe was running on contact. And good hustle up the first base line for Reagan-Foos. And just like that, 3 weekly hit singles. And the Lakers are level. Here's Jasmine Mock. Came off the bench in game 1. 2-0. She was 0 for 1 with a walk. Came in as a defensive replacement after the injury to Madeline Pope. 2-0 up the middle, played by Dugan, and yet again, no play. Everybody reaches. She tried to put her right foot back on the bag, but Reagan Foose with the head-first slide gets her in safely. It's an infield base hit for Mock. This is a perfect example of Grand Valley State seeing the ball, putting it in play, and it's excellent base running from the Lakers in this frame. Small ball from GVSU. And now Sigorski. The last time these two met up in Michigan, Sigorski was the hero in Game 2. Had 3 RBI, led the Lakers to an 8-2 win over PNW. Bases loaded here in the second, and Sigorski takes away. She has played her best softball in NCAA play to start the GLIAC season. Drove in 4 RBI and a doubleheader sweep against Roosevelt. One of 4 sweeps for the Lakers this season. They're going for their 5th this afternoon. 1-1. Sigorski takes a